Hi everybody, it's Barbie from Nellie and Ruth Designs, and today I'm going to bring you a fun little craft project called Perm Rod Tags. And these I made a few years ago, maybe about 3 years ago, and they were a lot of fun to make. Had a lot of requests for these on Instagram. So today I have a few perm rods left over. I have a small bag, and I just thought these were fun colors. These were actually sent to me from a gal in Canada, and I'd love to give her credit, but I do not remember her name. She sent me a large bundle of goodies through another gal on Instagram. I think it was her grandmother passed away, and she was going through her house, and she knew that I made these perm rod tags, and she wanted to send me what she had from her grandmother. So I'm going to share with you today. But first, I want to say hi to everyone that is viewing in. And I hope you're all doing well. If you're living in Texas, my heart really goes out to you with all the outages there. It's devastating. And I'm very, very sorry that you have to go through that. Nobody in the United States should ever have to go hungry without fuel, without heat, without water. It's just a devastating situation, and my heart goes out to you. So prayers for all of your family, and I just hope everyone comes out of this safely. So let's move on, and we will get started. So when I make the perm rod tags, there I have to pull a lot of little ephemera for these because you don't have a lot of space to work on. These perm rods measure, let me get my ruler. These perm rods measure 3 inches. However, when you make the tag, you have to work inside this boundary right here. There is an edge that goes all the way around. You can see it here. And you have to work within that dimension. So you have 2.5 inches to work with. So what you want to do, if you do get your hands on some perm rods, you're going to want to measure. You're going to want to make your tag in between these two solid, I don't know, solid lines, pieces, whatever. But you will see each perm rod has this little end holder, end cap. So let's move these aside. So I already cut the papers ahead of time. And already I'm missing a green stamp. I'm not sure where that went to. I probably knocked it off, but I can get another one. So you're going to want to cut your papers according to the inside measurements. And these happen to be 2.5 inches. And I'm just using a plain cardstock. You can get these in packets at your local Michael's or, well, if you still have an AC Moore, our AC Moore went out of business, but these are 8.5 by 11, and you cut them down, and I can actually get 4 pieces out of one paper. So you do not have to undo the clip to make these. You just take your paper, you're going to slide it through, and then you're going to meet the end down here, okay? And then you're going to want to see how nicely that fits right here. You can see how it fits snugly right in between these two items here. So what I like to do, I don't like to use glue on these. I like to use my my advanced tape glider, and I will do the same as I do when I make my tags. I will put some of the tape glider on here, and then I will finish it off with a little bit of glue in the end. So you just, again, fold this over, line it up, These are a lot of fun to make. And then start from, this looks like it's a little bit off. And you do want to try to get these as precise as you can when you fold them over, because you really don't want the sides, you really want the sides to line up. And I just kind of bring it up. And then I just make sure it's down really good. And there you have your tag. And then a lot of times what I will do to embellish these, I will cut a plain piece of paper, not plain paper, a decorative scrapbook paper. I'm not going to do that today. But again, if you were to do that, in the past, I've just done them to the top here. So I make a nice square. So this one here happens, it would be 3 1/4 by 2 1/2. And then I would just attach a nice colored or a multicolored paper on that. So you could use something like this where you tore it at the top, so it would be jagged up at the top, and then you could embellish on top of this. But again, today I'm making these plain just so it's a little easier to figure out the process. So I will do, I will get all of these done here first. Okay, and I do that just so I kind of see where the natural bend is. And after I get it all embellished, I will go around and add a little bit of the glue. And these would be really cute in a junk journal, tucked in a little pocket or a belly band. When we get these done, I can show you in my journal. Okay, I think that's good. And this is what I mean when I say if it hangs over the edge a little bit, I would just use the back side as the journaling side, and I would use this front side for the embellishing of it and the decorative items I'd be putting on. And the only reason that I distress the inside as well is just for that reason. So if you do have a little, if you do have a little overhang, you don't see the white coming through. You just see the other distressed area. Yep. And you want to make sure that you always take your rod and you just pull it as taut as you can. Make that little crease there. So if you ever go to an estate sale and there's perm rods there, pick them up, because these are just really a lot of fun. They're colorful. They're just fun. And the other thing that you can do, well, I'll show you 3 different ways you can use. You can also use washi tape on these. Um, there's so many things you can do. So what I've done is I have pulled ahead of time because these are a little different colors. They're not your traditional pink ones. I wanted to coordinate. I'm using my retro girls from Spix Picks on Etsy. And I've mentioned her before. I really do like all of the stickers Beatrice has to offer, and I use them a lot. And these are really fun. I mean, they're a perfect size for these little tags. And so I went ahead and whoops, I pulled wrong colors. What I wanted to use as far as the coloring. And I'm going to grab another green stamp because this one probably caught my sleeve. But I want to use 2. I had Prince Philip and Queen Elizabeth on this one here. And that's another, I hope I have another one of Philip, but I don't know. I don't know where that stamp went to when I pushed these. Oh, right on my lap. I wanted to use one of Prince Philip because, as you know, or if you don't follow the royal family, he's in the hospital right now. And I really got to like him when we watched The Queen on Netflix. So that was upsetting. I mean, he is only 99 years old. So things are expected to not always go well with an elderly person. I lost my mom at 98 and a half years of age. And boy, when she went fast. And I miss her to this day. So these are a few things that I pulled. And again, you can decorate these. You can decorate them low. You can bring, a stamp up a little bit higher, which this one I think I will. Because I do want, I'm going to just start. I do want her full body on here. And then with all these little ephemera pieces, I will be gluing them down with the art glitter glue. I'm going to offset. I'm not going to bother to distress the stamps. This one here, I'd like a little cleaner. I'd like these a little bit cleaner. This one I may do just the end here, just to make this pop a little bit. And all these little pieces, when I make my master boards and I have to rip and tear little pieces off of the paper when I edge it with my edger, I don't throw them away. I save all of them. I mean, even the littlest, if I can get this, as you can tell, I don't have fingernails, even the littlest ones, because they come in very handy for little tiny accent pieces such as tags. So don't throw your small little pieces away. I have glue over here that's dripping off of my art glitter, and I'm just going to take that and use it. So we're going to put this here. I'll add that. top on this for now. And I really want this on the left-hand side here. So I'm just going to wipe up my glitter glue off of my desk. Move that around a little bit. I still have no idea why my art glitter glue bubbles out of the top. And if somebody out there sees this and you can answer my question why it does that, I'd love to know. And if there's a way to stop it, because I really have a hard time with it. And I end up with glue all over the place. Constantly. I don't know if it's the pressure inside the cap, if I'm squeezing too hard and it doesn't have time to release the air back inside. I don't know. I haven't a clue. And I can't wait for the warmer weather to come. We're getting snow again today. My son has to go out and snow blow the driveway. We sit 450 feet back off of our road. We're on top of a mountain, and we're right in a snow belt area. And we just get hit very hard. It could be raining just a little ways down at our neighbor's home, and it's snowing here. And we actually have a Caterpillar skid steer, that my son snow plows the driveway with, because it's a mess all the time. We get so much snow here. And this here, I'm just taking this little corner off. And I'm going to try to do it without cutting through onto the cardstock. I think I need some new blades though, because these aren't really, there we go. These aren't really all that sharp. And I just don't want to cut through. There we go. Let's see if I can just... There we go. There. There we go. Okay. All right. And I think with her, I think I'm going to put some Tim Holtz sayings on here. And I don't know if I should do the white or the black. I think I'll do the black because it would bring out this wildlife conservation. So let's do this Be You Bravely. Let's see. I might have to do a little bit smaller. This one's a little bit smaller. Let's do a Take Risks. Then I can put it right down here. And I am going to add a little bit of glue to this. And I'm going to just put it right here, right at the end of that. So there you go. You have a perm rod tag. And then what you can do, like I said, with these, I'll put my stopper in my glue because it's running over again. This is my junk journal I'm presently working on. But you could take this tag and you could stick it, you could place it right on the side. And so you still have enough room. It really doesn't, if your junk journal isn't overly filled, and this one isn't yet, you can put it in here, tag. You can also put it in a belly band like that. If you want to come back into another, you could stick it in the middle. And again, see, it's still, I wouldn't do a lot in here, but I think it's just a cute little. In the other place, I would definitely put these, because you could do a couple. You could do, there's a belly band. You could do one on the side there, so it's more on the end, like that. And again, it doesn't affect the book. Or you could do, I know I have a page in here for a letter or a larger journaling. Let me just find it. Let's see, it's a sewn page. And I am going to find it. Hold on, here we go. You could, again, use this as a tuck spot, and you could put it on the end there. I would do it with, this is just regular, a very lightweight computer paper. I would do, if you're going to do it on the end, I would definitely do it in a stronger paper holder, or I would do one with heavier cardstock. But those are some ideas that how you can use these. So, all right, so there's that one. We can decorate this one here. And I have a lot of stamps, and I don't get to use them that often because I usually work with a larger, pieces, tags and things like that. And I'm going to actually put this one up a little bit higher. And the other thing you can do too, which I have done on some of the other tags I've made, these are all the same size. And I've actually made these where they're extended, so you have a longer tag area. For today's purposes, just in the tutorial on, how to get started and how to assemble these, I was just doing them where they were all the same size. But of course, if you have a smaller perm rod, you're going to want a smaller, shorter piece. I had some perm rods that I made. They were 1.5 inches. They were tiny, so they weren't that long. And then I had ones that were actually larger, and I made them longer because they were wider. So you have more room to work on. Let's see if I want that sideways, if I want it over here. And these cute little, these little pieces here, these little embellishment pieces, all these little tags, these come from Love Junk Journals. And this is the frame, these are called Framework Random Ink Light Ephemera pieces. And you can download these over at Love Junk Journal. And then I sit at night and I cut a lot of these out. I'll just run sheets of them, and then I have them. They're all set and ready to go to use. So again, I tried to choose colors that would complement the orange. It's kind of hard, so I did go with the red rose, but I think it looks nice. And then her dress here is, I think, a combination of red, a little bit of red and blue, but yet to me it looks a little orange. It's a little bright under these lights. but I think it's a nice, little, I'm going to do this sideways. Just a nice little feature color combo. And if you don't have glue at home, you can also use your double-sided tape on all of these. And we're going to get a little saying for her. Ah, this one's cute. Let's see, I think this will. This one says, hello, my darling. I like that, but I think it's a little too long. Let's see, this one is, here's a life is good. This is a little bit shorter. This may work out a little bit better. Yeah, because I'd like to just put that right down there in the corner. Starting to have a hard time with my glue. I have to take the tip off a lot of times. I have to take this metal tip off to take this. I have to wash it all and it gets all gunked up in there. Okay, we're going to put this right here. There. All right, and there's tag number 2. These are really cute and easy to make. They're just a lot of fun to create. And you can use washi tape. I mean, I've used washi tape in the past. You put it right across, you know, the top here, makes a nice little pattern. If you're, you know, you can always run it up before you put this on, run it up one side. There's a lot of different ideas, a lot of different things you do. And if you make these, I'd love to have you tag me. If you're on Instagram, if you post them on Instagram, I'd like to see how you decorate them. This I took from over on the side. That might be kind of fun to add to that. I wanted to see how, and the other thing that you can do, don't be afraid to take a photo of, you know, if you do a layout and you dismantle it and you say, oh dear, how did I do that? Take a picture of it first, and then you can just put it back together. A little cheating on your, and of course, I thought I took a picture, a proper picture of my tags when I had them laid out, but for some reason it didn't come out. So this one is going to be a little bit different than I had originally done it, but that's okay. I just like this combo of the pink and the green. Do I have to use it? No. But if I could incorporate it some way, it would just be kind of fun. And then again, this may be throwing me off, but I think this would make a nice little area to put the Tim Holtz saying. So maybe I'll tuck that there. And then I can put her right there. We can put Queen Elizabeth up here. And we can put Prince Philip right there. And then we can put the little saying on there. All right, so let's start with this because this is going to overlap. I'm really trying to stay patient with this art glitter glue because I don't know, my patience are running thin with it. Kind of quiet today because I don't know, I haven't been sleeping the best the last few nights. It was Wednesday night. I was dying for a big old dessert. I don't eat dessert at night before I go to bed. But the other night I was dying for a waffle. A nice hot waffle with a scoop of ice cream on it, and it was doused with caramel sauce. And I knew I had it at 9 o'clock, and I knew then, I'm like, man, this is a big mistake. Well, I didn't get to sleep till 5 o'clock in the morning because of the sugar. And I usually do not eat like that. So that did not help me at all. And then last night, or the night after that, Thursday, no, that was Tuesday night. And then Wednesday night, because today's Friday. So that was, well, it doesn't matter. I think it was Tuesday. And then Wednesday night, I was freezing all night long. Yeah, I could not get warm in bed. And I didn't sleep good at all that night because I couldn't get warm. So I didn't have a sound sleep. And then last night I went to bed. I figured if I go to bed early, I didn't sleep that good last night either. I woke up this morning with a terrible stiff neck. So hopefully tonight, probably just have too much on my mind with my girlfriend and her mom coming next week. Well, they'll be here on Sunday. And I have a lot to do between grocery shopping. When I get done with this, I've got to clean the guest rooms and make room in the clothes closet for them. So I probably just can't calm down. Today's Friday night pizza night in our home. So after this, I'll go make my homemade pizza doughs. I always make 3 pizzas on Friday night, and my son and daughter-in-law come over. We all have pizza. We watch a movie. It's a nice night. Some nights we'll play Rummy Cube. or rummy cub. Some people pronounce it rummy cub. We try to play a board game. Still like to put a little something here, but I don't want to overdo it either. Let's see. Let's find our saying. We will do that first. I'm going to get the top on my bottle of glue. Okay, let's find a Tim Holtz saying for this one. And this one can be a little bit longer because it'll be going in that space right there. And this one I like, adventure awaits you. And I think that'll be perfect on there. And I'm going to get my tweezers because I just want to make sure that I have it somewhat, each side is there. And again, I'd like to have a little something in this area here. I don't know if it's going to be I know what I could do. There is, in this collection, there's some small round, or there's a number. We could use a number. Or let's see what else. Approved. I kind of like the approved. The other thing we could do is we could take half of this circle. I don't like that. We could take half of that circle, I was going to say, and put that there, but that's not a... Yeah, let's see, we could do an approved. And maybe I won't put anything there. I think we should just leave it. I think we should just keep it simple. And I think that's quite lovely, just the way it is. So there you have it. We have 3 perm rod tags that are fast, fun, easy to make. And they go great in your junk journals. Again, you know, you can even slip a couple in on the end that are fun. So when you see it, they're there. And you can always add one if you want to the back, or again, you can slip another one in here. But however you use them, they'll be loads of fun for you. And like I said, the next time you go to an estate sale, if you see a bag of perm rods, pick them up, because you can make all kinds of tags, all the little journaling tags. And these would even be nice to send to someone in the mail just as a greeting, a little pick-me-up. You could do a get well series, but they're fun. So I hope you liked today's video, and I hope you try to make these on your own and add them in your junk journals. And hopefully I can get to some more. I'll put some in my shop if you know you won't be able to get any of the perm rods, and I'll offer them up for anyone that's interested. They'll be in my shop, and we'll go from there. So until next time, everyone, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.